Jack Daniels and other liquor bottles under the furniture in his room, and he was smoking pot. I said, if you're going to smoke pot, if you're going to drink, do it at home. And I don't want you to sneak around, going around thinking that, I don't like it. I don't approve of it. But if you're going to do it, I want you to do it in front of me. I don't want you to sneak around. I put a tape recorder in his room because I wanted to know what was going on with him and his friends. And he came into me one evening and said, Dad, he said, for God's sake, he said, would you turn that tape recorder off, because every time it clicks on, I hear it and I can't get any sleep.
Some people have reported that Christian is the spoiled son of a rich and famous man. What would be your comment to that?
That either they're a lying son of a bitch or that they don't know what they're talking about. This is the Marlon Brando case. If he was black, if he was Mexican, or if he was poor, he wouldn't be in this courtroom.
But Marlon Brando told the judge that the gun that killed Doc Drolet was not the only firearm in Christian's arsenal, and that he worried about his son's fascination with guns.
Oh, I didn't want him drinking and monkeying around with machine guns and this and that and the other thing. And he was happy to show me this, and he was like, God, Dad, look at this, this is a newsie.
But Marlon Brando said in his own hilltop estate, he keeps a loaded .38 pistol on the bedstand.
After the Manson killings, and they found the hillside strangler down, one of the victims down in Franklin Canyon, I thought, Christ, I don't want that to happen to me. So I built a fence around my house and I bought a .38.
Prosecutors say Christian Brando should have been tried for first-degree murder in the shooting of Doc Drolet. They say they made a deal to reduce the charges only when they failed to get their key witness, Marlon Brando's daughter Cheyenne, to testify. Last month, Cheyenne, with little of her one-time glamour showing, flew to Paris with her Tahitian mother to undergo psychiatric treatment. According to a Los Angeles police detective and a Tahiti magistrate, Cheyenne believes Christian Brando murdered her boyfriend, Doc Drolet. Marlon Brando defended his decision to send Cheyenne for treatment. He said her problems started after a traffic accident.
Cheyenne had 7 pieces of metal in her face. She came from Tahiti with the slimmest luck that she wasn't dead. With a head like that, a head as big as a watermelon. She's been close to death on another occasion with what they call an ectopic pregnancy. And she was off her nut. She was having a lot of emotional problems, behaving irrationally.
I want to talk about how Cheyenne was on May the 16th, the night. What was her condition like? Was she pregnant? What was her mental, emotional state?
She was
a week.
I don't know if you know what Comet is. Comet is a cleansing powder. I said, she can't be eating Comet. That's deadly poison. And she says, well, I saw her doing this. So I called the poison center right away. I said, how much Comet do you have to have before it takes you out?
According to the Brando family, there have been several other suicide attempts in Tahiti, including one on Brando's private island, Tetiaroa.
Then on Tetiaroa, she was as thin as a dime. She wouldn't eat. She was sitting there in her room, and on one occasion she swam out. This wasn't something I saw myself, but Teotu, as my son told me, that she swam out towards Rimatu, which is a very far away island. And they had to go get her on a boat. So we hit all the knives because in Tahiti, she had irrationally, she took a swat at Cynthia for no reason at all. I saw her slap her sister. She was in the schoolyard. She threw a Coke bottle at one of the girls there. I mean, completely nutcase behavior. But the doctors, I talked to one doctor down there, a very nice man, asked him to make an appraisal of her condition. And he says that she's not nuts, but there's something definitely wrong with her.
There was more drama to Brando's performance, tears on the witness stand and among the spectators as well, as he relived the bloody night in his den. That's next.
I asked some officers to unzip the bag. I kissed him and told him I loved him.
Going. Photos of his daughter's boyfriend shooting. He had to watch an expert demonstrate how the gun was fired, and he had to confront the family of the victim. When Marlon Brando himself had to testify about Dog Drolet's death, it was too much.
And he said, I killed Dag. And I said, what are you talking about? And he said, he's dead, Pop. I didn't mean to do it. He went for the gun and it went off. I said, what are you talking about? He said, he's dead. And I looked at him and went right in the other room where Dag was, and I'm not lying. I swear to Christ on Tookie's life and his soul. I saw Dag lying there. And I tried to get hold of myself. And I felt his pulse on his neck. He still had a pulse. And I breathed into his mouth. And I called 911. The police came and the fireman came. Couldn't get in the gate, had to go back and forth, something about the gate.
Do you remember, did you see the body being taken out, and did anything happen at that point in time?
Yeah.
Can you describe what that was?
As much as it may not be believed by Dag and Lizette, I love Dag. He was going to be the father of my grandchild. In any event, when they brought him out, I asked some officers to unzip the bag, and I wanted to say goodbye to him properly. And I kissed him and told him I loved him. And
Then something even veteran courtroom observers could not remember seeing before. Ignoring the attorneys and the judge, Marlon Brando spoke directly to the victim's family in their native language, French.
Je suis très content que Dag sera pas.
He said he understood their pain and asked them to reconcile their bitter feelings for the Brando family for the sake of Dog and Cheyenne's infant child. Marlon Brando had come to the courthouse hopeful with his son by his side. He left disappointed and alone.
Christian could be eligible for parole in about 4.5